Baseball is officially underway. With teams reporting and taking the field for spring training, the upcoming Major League Baseball season is just around the corner. That's why new Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham wanted to show her friend, A.J. Lewis, some love after he made the Chicago Cubs roster. The WNBA star took to social media to praise the Cubs for giving their new catcher an opportunity. Of course, baseball is the last thing on her mind right now. With her shocking trade to the Indiana Fever, Cunningham knows that she might get plenty of wide-open shots next season. When asked about teaming up with reigning Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark, she had a hilarious pop culture comparison to explain what she envisions. "I will be her Sabrina Carpenter any day," to her Taylor Swift, she said on the Sports and Shenanigans podcast. "Like, I am so excited for this. I just think, honestly, she's just a great human too. She has a lot of pressure and a lot of eyes on her shoulders, and she handles it so gracefully, and she's just a great human. So I'm just excited to be a part of something like that, and she passes the ball, which I enjoy." Cunningham, like Clark, is also a proficient scorer. She shot almost 38% from beyond the arc last season, and having her on the court will give the Fever yet another floor spacer to stretch the court. Of course, it will take some time to adjust, and the Fever's new look promises that several players will have to share touches to make things work, but it seems like she's more than willing to embrace a secondary role if that's what it needs. The Fever seem to believe that they have more than enough to make a championship run right now, and they will make the most of the Caitlin Clark effect to keep adding talent to their ranks. Caitlin Clark's newest teammate can't stop posting sizzling swimsuit photos. The Indiana Fever made several big additions this offseason. The Fever were coming off a promising year one of the Caitlin Clark era, making the WNBA playoffs but losing in the first round. The Fever are committed to going deeper in 2025. Indiana acquired veteran guard Sophie Cunningham, who had been playing for the Phoenix Mercury. Cunningham should serve as a key bench piece or number 3 guard for the Fever. The Fever sent Nalissa Smith to the Dallas Wings as part of the 4-team trade to acquire Cunningham. Sophie is a player that we have targeted for a while and one that we believe is a perfect fit for the style we want to play. Fever general manager and COO Amber Cox said, "She is a fierce competitor, works incredibly hard on both ends of the floor, and is one of the best shooters in our league. We are excited to add her to our squad." On behalf of the Fever, I'd also like to thank Nalissa for her contributions over the last 3 seasons and wish her the best of luck in her next chapter. Cunningham, who has a big-time following on Instagram, can't stop posting sizzling swimsuit photos. Brianna Turner, a new addition to the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark's team for the 2025 season, is already calling attention to an issue that has been growing alarmingly in recent years: officiating problems that could carry over into the WNBA. There has been excitement about its potential to elevate women's basketball within the United States through the launch of Unrivaled, a new league known for its expanded salary, top-tier amenities, and media exposure. However, Turner is concerned that a rise in officiating controversies within Unrivaled might be a preview of what's to come in the WNBA after Angel Reese's February 21st ejection proved to be the latest suspect call. While Unrivaled refs have a tendency to hand out techs often, Turner said via XCOM, formerly Twitter, "I'm just hopeful that means they won't deal out as many during the WNBA season. They're getting all of them out now." Turner's hope is that these disciplinary calls won't follow the athletes into the WNBA, particularly since some of the referees involved are familiar faces from last season's WNBA games. Unrivaled's officiating has recently been the subject of heated debate, and it's not just connected to the Chicago Sky's 22-year-old Reese either, especially after several controversial moments elsewhere in Florida. Then, in a dramatic Mist versus Phantom game, a late-game technical foul on Phantom coach Adam Harrington altered the entire outcome of the match. And during the league's one-on-one tournament, a questionable foul call led to Courtney Williams advancing. Turner, joining a talented roster that includes Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, and of course Caitlin Clark for 2025, is eager to see players perform at their best without the game being overshadowed by controversial officiating decisions. With her WNBA experience and past history with the Phoenix Mercury, she knows how critical fair play and consistency are, especially for teams with championship aspirations as the Fever chase their first title since 2012. This pattern of inconsistent officiating is not limited to Unrivaled. In fact, technical fouls have become an increasing issue across various levels of basketball, including the NBA and WNBA. The WNBA handed out 92 technical fouls before the All-Star break last season, surpassing the total number from the previous year. Even in the NBA, star players like Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks have been at the forefront of foul-related controversies, with the Slovenian reaching 477 fouls in just 70 games during the 2023-24 season. Critics often accuse the Los Angeles Lakers' LeBron James of being let off easily. With rising concerns surrounding officiating consistency, it's clear that action may be needed to preserve the integrity of the game across all levels of basketball. The Indiana Fever produced a 104.2 offensive rating during the 2024 regular season, which was third best in the WNBA. However, during their final 15 games of the regular season, Indiana amassed a 109.8 offensive rating. For comparison, the second best in that span was the reigning champion New York Liberty, whose rating was 106.1. Caitlin Clark's transformational impact on the WNBA is beyond discussion. However, fans of the league have been in the midst of a debate online about the extent of her influence and whether the WNBA relies on Caitlin Clark to bring in viewers and attendance. Clark is preparing for her second season for the Indiana Fever following a stellar debut season that saw her break the assists record and win Rookie of the Year. The 23-year-old helped drive the WNBA to its most-watched regular season in 24 years and its highest attendance in 20 years. A total of 31 WNBA matches last season averaged over 1 million viewers, and 22 of them involved Clark, with almost every fixture she played and broadcast on national television. In more detail, Clark's regular season games were watched by 1.2 million viewers on average, which was 200% more than games in which she didn't play, a statistic that is not too shocking given her status. As across American sports, when a superstar like Clark plays in a game, more people want to watch it, whether from home or at the arena. Also, Clark's Indiana Fever had an average regular season attendance of 17,306, a 320% rise from 2023. That attendance average is 5,000 more than the next team, the New York Liberty, and Double Angel Reese's team, the Chicago Sky, average of 8,500. Ryan Brewer, a professor at Indiana University Columbus, who described Clark's influence as staggering, did analysis on her impact which revealed that she is responsible for 26.5% of WNBA economic activity for the 2024 season. This includes attendance, merchandise sales, and television. One of every 6 tickets sold at a WNBA arena can be attributed to Clark. Furthermore, the study shows that total WNBA TV viewership is up 3,005 due to Clark, and 45% of total broadcast value came from Fever games. However, such statistics have sparked debate online because it demonstrates a drop-off in attendance and viewership when Clark is not playing. That's actually not good because it means y'all only really watching her and not the show they teams, one fan posted on X. Let's take Caitlin Clark out of the WNBA for a sec. Where would Angel Reese be without You Can't See Me? Another added online, referring to the infamous moment between Clark and Reese at their LSU v Iowa championship game in NCAA final in 2023, where the Chicago player gestured at Clark in a moment that would go viral. If Caitlin didn't exist, none of this big explosion would have happened in the WNBA, one fan also wrote. According to everyone else, we should be thanking the rest of the rookie class as well. Wrong. They don't change the game like CC does, another fan posted. Ultimately, while Clark matches are better attended and watched, every single WNBA team has enjoyed staggering growth over the last 18 months, highlighting a general uptick in the interest of women's basketball.